Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's having a good day out there today, and welcome back here to another edition of the Fishing Teacher, man. I really appreciate you guys checking the video out. Got a good one for you guys today. We're going to be talking about big swim baits like this Mega Bass Mag Draft here. Going to give you guys some tips and advice on how to fish it because we're getting into prime big swim bait season. So I'm going to give you guys a sort of a foundational tutorial on it if you're not familiar with it. And also, guys, if you're interested in any of these mag drafts, they're available at Baitworks in Springfield, Missouri. I'll include the Baitworks link in the description. If you use that link, it's a good way to help the channel out here. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, big swim baits. If you're not familiar with them, guys, I'll just start up from just assuming that you're not. Big swim baits come in a couple different types. They come in the soft-bodied ones like this, where they're just soft plastic, and then some of them are hard. But the ones we're going to talk today specifically is about this Mega Bass Mag Draft. Now, most big swim baits look like a fish, just like this, and most of them have a big flapping paddle tail on it like this. And also, like on the Mag Draft, what happens is when you reel it through the water, the head sort of moves like that, and then the tail's wagging. So this thing not only looks like a real fish, a good size, forage fish, but it puts off some, unique vibration and along with the visual appeal to it. So first of all, let's talk about when you want to fish a big swim bait. Big swim baits will work anytime the water temperature is from the mid 50s all the way through, it falls back in to below the mid 50s. So in other words, it works from about this time of year all the way up like into November and December. There's really the only time that the big swim baits don't work real good is in the heat of the summer or the middle of the winter. Springtime and fall time are probably the best two times to fish it. And I prefer it in the springtime, like anywhere between now, maybe until May is when I've done the best on this. And I think a lot of the reason is during the springtime of the year, you have a bigger population of larger fish, shallow, and larger fish are attracted to big swim bait. This is something you can't go out and expect to get a lot of bites on. It's designed to catch big fish out there. So this is a really good time to fish it. So I want to talk a little bit about how, specifically about the bait, how to work it and everything, but I'll talk about the areas you need to look at it. One of the things about a big swim bait is it will tell you real quick how many fish are in an area, because big swim baits like the Mag Draft are famous for attracting attention and maybe not biting the lure. So let's just say you're throwing this thing down a row of boat docks or down a bank or something like that. You may have 20 fish track this thing and follow it, and they'll look at it. But since it's so big, a lot of them are hesitant to hit it. But at least you can pull them up off the bottom or away from any cover, and you can see how many fish are in an area. That's one of the good things about it. But I'm going to guess, guys, if you have 20 bass that actually bite a big swim bait like the Mag Draft, if you actually catch 5 of those 20, you've done pretty good. That's sort of like the odds of it. But the thing about it is usually those are really quality fish. Now, there's a couple things that can help you get these fish to eat the bait. First of all, you have to fish the big swim baits like the Mag Draft on the right type of day. The right type of day is you got to have wind. These things, you're very seldom going to get a fish to eat it unless you got wind. So I like wind anywhere between 10 to 20 miles an hour. Water visibility is another key. You don't want to fish this bait in dirty water. It's not that productive. So I don't fish a swim bait much unless the water visibility is at least 3 feet. So 3 feet or greater, some type of wind, and it may or may not have to be cloudy or sunny. I mean, I've probably done better on cloudy days, but I've also done good on sunny days if you have a lot of wind. So you need some type of a surface disturbance to get that surface mixed up a little bit with that. That's the main thing. And areas that you want to fish it, guys, I've caught them everywhere. I've caught them on points. I've caught them back in the coves. I've caught them around boat docks. I've caught them around grass lines. It works about anywhere. So, anywhere that you think a fish is a good place to throw this thing. Now, there's a couple different sizes here. This is the 8-inch size. The Mag Draft comes in a 6-inch size, an 8-inch size, and a 10-inch size. And obviously, the larger size that you go up into, the less strikes you're going to get, but the bigger the fish. So most of the time I use the 6 and the 8-inch model. I don't hardly ever use the 10-inch model because it's just so massive. But a lot of trophy hunters do, a lot of trophy fishermen. You got to fish it on heavy tackle. Most of the time I'm fishing it on, at least a, like I use that Megabass Alkalies flipping stick with 25 pound test Seaguar and Vezex line on the big ones here. Now on the 6-inch ones, I may go down to 17 pound test line, but I still use it on the flipping stick. But a lot of times, if you throw this big 8-incher or the 10-incher, you actually have to use a specific made swim bait rod, a rod that's actually 8 foot long, heavy action, even stiffer than a flipping stick. That's the preferred equipment, because what happens, these things are so heavy, it's like throwing a rock in the water. So it's not necessarily you have to have a big rod to get the right action, but you have to have a big, powerful rod to actually cast the thing, or it feels like your rod's going to break, you know, because they're so heavy. But most of the time, I'm using a slow medium retrieve. I'll throw it out there. I'll keep my rod tip pointed straight at the bait, and I'm just sort of just cranking it slow like that. Once in a while, I'll speed it up like that and stop it. So, you know, the bait can be working through the water like this, and I'll speed it up and then let it maybe sink a little bit. Just something to try to drag a reaction strike. And also for me, guys, I've done better fishing it next to a piece of cover. Now, this could be around a stump. It could be on the corner of a boat dock. It could be on the edge of a grass line. But it seems like those fish will commit to it more if you run this thing past a piece of cover. But color variations, the Magdraft comes in a lot of different colors. The color to me is just a matter of matching up your water clarity and the sky conditions. So this is a pretty bright one here. This is called the whiteback shad. So this is something that I would use on like a cloudy day if the water's, you know, like 3 foot visibility. And then I got another one over here, and something like this more shady looking color I may use a little bit, you know, cleaner water if the sun's out. So anyway, guys, big swim baits are a great way to catch big predator fish. Not only bass, but whiteback or striper bass will hit them, muskies will hit them, northern pike will hit them. They're really good lure category. Definitely worth spending some time with. So we'll see you later.